Sauce is questionable, guys. He went out there today. He gave it a try. We'll see. If there's anybody that would play with an injury and push, it's him. And then Devontae went out there today in a limited fashion, and I thought he looked good. So beyond those two, we got our full arsenal ready to rock and roll.
Corning is clear?
We'll see. It's another one that, he's in that same boat of Devontae and Sauce. If he can play, he will play. Went out there today for the first time and really gave it a try. So I'll talk with Zuff today. We'll collect as much information we can and make a decision.
What is your situation at kicker for Sunday?
It's going to be Greg. Yeah, Greg's going to kick for us. So we came back, looked healthy, kicked the ball well this week. So he'll be our guy going forward here.
What exactly happened? Because he struggled, right? He had all the struggles, and then you guys popped up with a knee on the other leg right after. Was he dealing with something all season? Do you guys think the injury was part of the problem, or what kind of was the diagnosis of the season, I guess?
No, the injury was something that just popped up. I don't think it was lingering unless he was keeping that to himself, which I don't think he would. He had no reason to. And he had his struggles, as we all have had, from coaching and playing and across the board this year on this team. It's been a case of we've had the talent, just underperformed, and it's not good enough. And I know he would say that his performance wasn't good enough and wasn't to his standard by any means. So it's a great opportunity for him to come back these last two games and kick to his standard and do his thing.
Do you think he needed kind of a mental reset also?
Right. I think sometimes that can be powerful, an opportunity just to take a deep breath, get his body healthy again, and get a restart. So I'm excited for him to do his thing these last two games and really demonstrate to everybody who he is as a kicker.
Aaron's one touchdown pass away from 500 is someone you've got the chance to coach him, but you've been around the game, obviously, and seen from an outsider's perspective. Can you put the magnitude what that 500 route number really means for
Yeah, it's huge. It's just it's been one of my great honors in my life, not just football and this profession, to be around him, to learn from him, to grow from him, and it's going to be so special to see that 500th ball caught. So excited for him and what it means to his legacy and all that Aaron Rodgers is.
How has he helped you when you shifted roles? I'm sure when you're defensive coordinator, you had limited interaction with him. But
yep.
As head coach, what has that been like for you?
Just obviously just the feedback and the knowledge, and been around a lot of football, a lot of good football his entire career. So that's been a huge resource for me. But at the same time, been like so supportive of me in every way, and that just gives me such reassurance and confidence to get in front of the team and to be that same person every day that they need. And just to know that he's got my back and I've got his. And but it's been a great honor just to spend the time that I've had with him and to have the interactions. I'll be a better person and coach and man because of it.
With Devontae, was that something, the hip, was that something that popped up in the game?
Yeah, towards the end of the game now. Yeah, that's just the DNA of Devontae Adams is just, I've learned since I've been around this guy that he's one of the toughest human beings, not just football players I've ever been around, and just stands for everything that we covet in football. His makeup is elite. I knew the talent, we all knew the talent, but getting to know him, and I'm sure you guys probably feel the same way, your interactions with him, just a special human being.
Aaron went out of his way, I think we talked to him Tuesday, and at the end he shot out Jarvis Monroe. It's kind of unusual for a guy who just got signed to the roster.
Right.
Is there something kind of about Jarvis that stands out?
Yeah, in a season that's obviously had its struggles, he's been that bright spot. It's crazy to think of an undrafted free agent safety to have the impact on a team like this, filled with so many exceptional players with exceptional careers, and for him to have touched every single human being on this team is, I don't know if I've ever seen anything like it. He goes out to practice every day, and he brings an energy that is just infectious, and we talk about force multipliers and guys that elevate others, and he is that in every way. So it was one of my great honors of this job was on Wednesday giving him, that honor of telling him he's going to be signed at the 53 in front of the team, which I thought was, it was just a really, really special moment. I'll remember it forever.
Do you remember what you saw from him, like when watching film on him before he signed?
Yeah, we loved the makeup. We loved the way he played. He had grit, toughness, he had competitiveness, all that. But then from a skill standpoint, the fact that he'd been a corner, we covet that skill set. Guys that are converted corners that can play safety, he has the physical stature of a safety, but the skill set of a corner, it just gives us so much flexibility. It was the same thing that really attracted us to Tony Adams because he had that same sort of background. So, he's got a great future in this league. The approach that he has, the professionalism, the energy that he brings it's so unique, and we're fortunate to have him. And I'm going to be a fan for him as he grows and becomes the player we all know he can become in this league.
Take a couple more. The forecast looks good for Buffalo and Wayne.
That's right. What'd you say? We won the lotto?
But there's a lot of rain, I think. There's rain forecast.
Yep.
And I'm sure it's going to be windy. It usually is there. Running the ball, we've talked about struggles this
Yep.
season. You feel like this could be a game maybe where that running game
It has to be. It has to be. Yeah. If obviously the worse the weather gets, the more we got to run the ball. We've got the offensive line capable of doing it. We've got the backfield capable of making it happen as well. So we got to lean on our run game, especially if the worse it gets. So, but at the same time, not to talk out of both sides of my mouth, that you do have a quarterback that is historically good in bad weather. So there'll still be balance, but definitely in times like this, you got to lean on your run game.
On the other side, the last time you guys faced him, Cook didn't play. But what has he done for that offense to help kind of elevate what Josh Allen's been able to do?
Right. It's frustrating from our side of things because we got to face him twice a year. That this kid, he is becoming an exceptional running back in every way. Like he kind of always was the receiver out of the backfield initially, as a young player in this league. And it was a problem because he's a mismatch from an athletic standpoint, especially with most linebackers in this league. But now he's become a legitimate runner, understanding his tracks and the vision and the feel, the ability to break tackles. He's become an absolute pain, in the butt, and become a real guy that you got to account for on every down. So, just another part of this offense, this Bills offense, that keeps you up at night.
Can you speak to Garrett's production early in his career? Because on Sundays, expected to reach 1,000 yards. I think he's 13 shy. He'll be only the 5th receiver in the history of the league to start his career with 80 receptions in each of the first 3 seasons and 1,000 yards in each of the first 3.
Yeah, it's just what a testament to the player that he is. From a skill set standpoint, maybe the freakiest athlete I've ever been around in any capacity, at any position. Like his ability to bend and redirect and come out of breaks and separate at the top of routes it's exceptional. So like, has he done historic things so far? Yes. Top 5. That's unbelievable to hear. But to think he's just scratching the surface of what he can become too, and when he really learns this game at the highest level, he'll be unstoppable. He will.